This is Practice It, Java Edition 5, Exercise 5.4, randomX. The problem reads, to write a method named randomX that keeps printing lines where each line contains a random number of x characters between 5 and 19 inclusive, until it prints a line with 16 or more characters. For example, the output from your method might be the following. Notice that the last line has 17 x characters. So as you can see, this one, last line has 17 x characters, and the other ones have less than 16 characters. So we keep printing until we get this one. So for this method, we're going to be needing to use the math.random function. So math.random, which is a function in Java that gives you a random number between 0 inclusive and 1 exclusive. I'm going to be using interval notation, so the bracket is inclusive and the parentheses is exclusive. So we want a random number between 5 and 19 inclusive. So what we want this to look like is to get to 520 exclusive and make this into an integer because this is a decimal. So this is a decimal or a double. Oops, a double. So we want to have this be an integer because if we do the int function of this, all of the decimals will go away, and this will basically become to 519 inclusive like so. So to do this, we need to first get this bound in the same distance from the left bound as we have at 520. So we want to multiply the math.random by 15. So this will give us, so times 15 is equal to 0, 15 exclusive. And then we can just add 5 to it, and this will give us 5, 20 like this, which is 5, 19 when we cast it to an integer. So this will be how our math.random is going to work. So let's write the method now. So we do public static, the method header, and then we're just printing stuff. We're not returning anything, so we make it a void method and then do the name, which is randomX, and there's no parameters, like so. And inside of the function, we want to have a while loop. And I will make a number that's just called int random, or I'll just call it rand, is equal to math.random. So what we did before, so times 15, and then make this into an integer, and then add 5 to it, like we had before. So we want to check while rand is less than 16, then we want to keep doing this. But let me get this like so. And then we want to print a bunch of x's whenever that happens. So I'm going to have a for loop is equal to 0, I is less than rand I plus, and have this as system.out.print x like so. So we're going to be printing the rand number of x's. So and then we need to have system.out.print ln so we can move on to the next slide. And we can just move this inside of here as well. Oops. This. So, and actually, what we can do is just put this here, actually, put it afterwards because we don't want it before, because then it'll be duplicates. And that should be it. So what we're doing in this is we're first getting some random number and assigning to rand. We're to getting from 5, between 5 and 19, inclusive, and then we're printing that number of x's, and then printing a line so we can go to the next line. And then we have a while loop checking while the random number is less than 16. So we get a new random number, and then we do the same thing we did here, where we just print the number of x's and then a new line, like so. And if we press submit, that should give us the right answer. And that's how you solve exercise 5.4 randomX.